up, you guys? How's everybody doing? It's your boy Terry W, celebrity hairstylist, makeup artist, fashion tips 101. I got something special for you guys. We're hanging out today here off of West Homer, here in Houston, Texas. I decided to switch up a little bit, add a little bit more content. You guys excuse me if I look tired. I'm really working hard. But decided to do something extra special for you guys, to bring more content to my social media channels and just let you guys kind of see who else is out there across the country, across the South, that's doing some amazing things in the fashion community. I know, to be honest with you, kind of getting fed up with the content that I've been seeing online, so I just recently decided to start making more content. You guys, make sure y'all pass this along, because I got something special for you today on social media, Fashion Tips 101. So we're hanging out at the district right now, here at the District Barbershop with celebrity hairstylist Andrew Collins. We're gonna go inside right now and see what Andrew is up to. From my understanding, he has a few customers in, so we're just gonna hang out with Andrew for a part of the day, get some tips and advice on the fashion business, but gonna be bringing more content, more fashion related content, kind of stay away from the mess and the drama that we're seeing online now. So you guys, pass this video along. I got something special. We're gonna go through, starting off here in Houston, Texas, just kind of see some of the best and who's doing what in the city in the fashion business. So from hair, makeup artists, eyebrow techs, nail techs, we're gonna be going through the city and just seeing who's doing what. So today, you guys, we're gonna go into the district. Let me take this and this right here. We're going to the district. Got something special for y'all. We're hanging out here at the district. ATX. I'm gonna let y'all see what's happening here in the environment. Check out the surroundings so y'all can see what's going on, what's happening, you guys. Let me figure out how to turn this camera around. Here we go. Y'all look at the front. This the district. This the district. So those of you that live here in this area, here off of West Homer, we're right here by the Phillips 66. This is where Mr. Andrew Collins is, celebrity hairstylist. You guys that's right here in this area, y'all make sure y'all come and support it. But we're gonna step in, see what Mr. Collins is doing. Andrew and I actually worked together probably almost 20 years ago. But we're just stepping in, see what's going on at the district here. What's up, Drew?
Hey, what's going on, my brother? How you doing, man?
Good, man. We got you on live right now.
Yeah, welcome to District, man. Welcome to District Barbershop.
What you working on, Drew?
Man, we're gonna just taper up my guy right here. Get him tapered up and get him on his way.
Look who's sitting up in here, you ladies and gentlemen.
What's up?
The man, Andre Petrie, actor, singer, you guys. This is what you see up at the district, so y'all come hang out with Mr. Drew. No telling what kind of celebrities out here. Yeah. So we're stepping in, hanging out with Mr. Andrew Collins. What's up, Chris? Thank you for locking in, man. So Drew,
what's going on, brother?
Tell us about your career, man. Tell us exactly how did you get started, you know, what inspired you, that type of stuff. How old were you once you first started cutting hair? Really?
I think I picked up my first pair of clippers when I was in ninth grade. It was just kind of a thing. My mom was in cosmetology school, and she used to cut my hair. And when I used to go to school with a fresh cut, a lot of people used to be like, well, who cut your hair? I was like, my mom cut my hair. My mom cut my hair. And on Saturdays and Sundays, the garage would be full. And she, at some point in time, she was just like, I'm not gonna cut all these people hair. And then she was like, here, you cut their hair. So she gave me her box of clippers. It was just like a one pair of clippers. And from that point on, it was over with.
So, was it something that you naturally picked up from watching your mother, or I mean, did you actually have somebody walk you through the process, or you just went for it?
Well, there are only like 5 haircuts. You know, it's an afro, taper, a even, bald fade, light fade. So I just kind of looked in and seen what was needed for that client or customer or friend, and I just kind of took to it like a fish to water. It just kind of came. It was organic for me.
So is it like artwork? Would you compare it to that?
It became artwork.
Okay.
It became artwork. So at that point in time, I was just trying to make sure that everybody had a nice haircut. You know, with the equipment that I was using at that point in time.
Okay. Now, how were you able to, in the beginning, get some of your first customers? Was it like some of your friends through school? Was it, you know, or did your mom already have the clientele in place for you?
Well, at that point in time, it was just mainly my friends.
Okay.
Just cut hair for like $2, $3, $3 or $4 back then. And it was just my friends. I didn't have a large clientele. I didn't have a bunch of people at that point in time in my life or career, not knowing that this would actually turn into a career.
Okay. So
I had this one particular client in Washington, D.C. His name was Richard. Richard was a really good friend of mine, and Richard and Jovan. And I used to just practice on them. You know, back then there weren't a lot of barbershops. There was only one barbershop or 2 barbershops in the neighborhood. So most of the time people just got haircuts from people that they knew. And once I started cutting a couple people's heads, and it just kind of took off from there.
Okay. Where'd you go to school at?
I went to HCC.
HCC?
Houston Community College.
Now, what are you a licensed barber or a cosmetologist?
I'm a licensed cosmetologist.
Okay, what's the difference between barber and cosmetologist?
Well, the cosmetology covers a lot more. In my opinion, covers a lot more to where you can do a lot more things. You can do a lot of coloring. You can do a lot of bleaching. You can do a lot of skincare. The only thing that doesn't cover is razor blades. So, but the cosmetology covers a lot of things.
So what made you decide to take the cosmetology route in the beginning instead of
Well, at that point in time in my life, I already had an established clientele. So HCC offered me a Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then I would go and at the end of the day, I would go finish my clients. So I would work from like 3 to 8, 3 to 9, and just cut hair. That's how I paid for school, cutting hair.
Okay, so family life. How's the family life? Any kids?
I do. I have 2 wonderful daughters, man.
How's your babies?
My oldest daughter is 26. My youngest daughter is 18.
Okay, so tell me this: how is it managing parenting as well as being in a salon? Being that you spend a lot of your time working in a hair salon, how are you able to balance that? I haven't been able to balance that.
It's not a balance. You just got to make the sacrifices to be successful at parenting and be successful at your career also. There are sacrifices that have to be made. You know, people need, want, and would like your services. So you got to be available for people. You got to be available for your family also. So, you know, when you're self-employed, You should be able to make your own schedule, but when you're in demand, it makes it a little more difficult.
Okay.
So you just got to make the sacrifices. You got to take off, and people will understand once you develop a relationship with your client base. People will understand. Hey, look, I gotta go. My daughter has this. My son has that. My mom has this. Or I want to do this. I want to go out of town. I need a break.
So do you actually get a chance to, because I know being in the business, the customers require you to be there. How does that work for you?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I said being in the business, I said, are you actually able to put the family time in that you want? Because regardless of how you feel, the customer they're gonna want to get a haircut. How are you able to balance that along with your customers? Get your customers to understand that you have a family life outside of the salon.
Well, sometimes it's going to be a sacrifice. So, in this business, in this industry, you're going to lose some clients. You're going to lose some clients. You're going to win some clients. You're going to lose some clients. But when you lose a client, that makes room for a new client. So you're not going to be able to make everyone happy, but they always end up coming back. If you are a practitioner at your skill set and you're loving exactly what you're doing, then everything will come to fruition. You just got to make the sacrifice and set your schedule, set your days. And sometimes you do get burnt out. Sometimes it is overwhelming. Sometimes it can be unfulfilling, but the fulfillment is what you do is for in your practice.
Okay. Now, for those that, let's say those that are just coming out of school, just coming out of barber school, just coming out of cosmetology, how difficult it is to establish a client? What's the process where they go about actually establishing a clientele? I realize now a lot of younger stylists are shop hopping right now. It's kind of like the common norm to shop hop till the clientele isn't in the shop. What is that process that they need to do in order to, one day become a salon owner like yourself?
When you come out of cosmetology or barber school, you should be, while you're in school, you should be working on your vision. You should be writing. You should envision yourself. There's nothing wrong with shop hopping if your shop hopping has a purpose, because there may be someone at that shop or someone that you look up to, or someone that is a mentor to you. I've worked at several shops, and I had a goal to work with particular individuals, so therefore I can absorb how they practice, their skill set, and what they're doing and how they're doing it. If that's where you are in your career, working at one particular space is not exactly what a lot of people want you to do. Working at one particular space is not really ideal, because you got to kind of move around to learn, to absorb. The owner may have some really good business benefits to you, or there may be a stylist that you want to work with. There may be a barber that you want to work with. So you got to move around. You got to explore a little bit. But trust me, I definitely moved around. I definitely had my fair share of shops that I worked at, but that's just who developed me and who I am today. And this is one of the reasons why District is being developed.
So when you're saying, I hear you use an example, finding people that you want to work with, what are the type of quality that you should look for when you're walking into the shop? Because we understand the shop is the shop, but the individual is who and what makes it happen. What type of qualities that you should be looking for in so to say, fellow stylist, fellow co-worker?
Well, I have this thing I call mentorship. It's a man or woman or man that's going to take you on a tour, and the ship is going to dock. So the man is going to let you down. So you can't, if you choose somebody and they have a particular lifestyle that you're not into, or they have some values that you don't like, they're just a human being. The tour is going to end, and you're going to have to get off the ship, and you're going to have to walk. So mentorship. So you just got to find the proper mentors and just understand that they're individuals.
Okay. So, was there a difference as far as just when you went to cosmetology school, and then stepping into the profession, stepping into it where you got to eat? You know, you cutting to pay your bills. Was there a big difference? How was that process?
The process of, I was already a decent barber at that point in time in my career. So the cosmetology end of it heightened my hair acumen to a different level, to where I was able to identify different things that are going on with the hair, scalp, and skin. So my acumen was heightened from the cosmetology aspect. So the barbering was just something that was just it just was organic. It was just something that was just really natural.
Now, time management. How are you able to do time manage as far as just barbering and cosmo? Because I know you and I worked together in the past, and you know, me personally, I don't do well with the time management as far as just my timing with women. And that was one thing I noticed with you, that you were always able to mix your clientele up as far as just men coming in, women coming in, and you know, you always seem to keep a consistent share. How do you do that? How does that work?
Well, times are different now. We have a lot more advantages to scheduling now. There are different types of apps that we can use, and the biggest thing is communication and knowing what your limits are and knowing exactly what it is that you need to do to accomplish the task for the day. You know, time is of the essence. No one has the time nowadays to sit in the shop 3, 4, 5 hours into the wee hours of the morning to get their hair done. And some people will, but that'll be to your detriment. You got to understand your value and what you bring to the table, and understand your limitations.
Okay.
But with the scheduling apps now, they make life so much easier. People don't have to call you. People don't have to. One of the reasons why I'm so happy with this new generation of barbers and hairstylists, with the evolution of social media and the evolution of these apps, it's been a great thing.
Now, you were saying a generation as far as just men and women.
Okay. So,
I got you. What we got?
You can just don't show us.
I got you. As far as just when you're saying a generation of men and women, how has the business changed? How has the business changed from then until now? Because I know that you're saying the apps, that there are apps, there are different ways to make it better, but my question is are the stylists themselves, are they the new and older stylists? How is that transition?
Well, I don't think that things have changed. I think things have evolved. Okay. So the evolving and changing are two totally different things. The evolution of things have made the hair industry so much easier than what it used to be.
Okay.
Like Nowadays, you don't have to do it all. You can have a specialty.
Okay.
You can specialize in particular things to where it makes your life a lot easier, and you can attract the clientele that you want to attract and not build the clientele. Building takes a lot of work. Developing and attracting is so much easier than building.
Okay. Now, back in the days, before social media, what were some of your methods of marketing then, and how did you attract? I mean, as far as just, what were some of the tools and methods that you used to establish your clientele?
You know, years ago, either you had it or you didn't have it. There were only so many shops. It was maybe a few, 2, 3, maybe 4 shops on one side of town, and then kind of word just kind of got out, and people would travel as word of mouth. So it was either you had it or you didn't, and if you didn't have it, you had to guerrilla market. You had to go shake hands, kiss babies. You had to pass out flyers, stand in front of a store, and you had to sell yourself now. But now everything is about perception now. Everything is about ambiance. Everything is about, a lot of things now are visual.
Okay.
And it's not so much about the actual work that you do. It's about the identity of what you're projecting.
Okay.
So back then we had to go door to door. We went flyers, apartment complexes, standing in front of the store. It was more of a repeat and referral thing once upon a time.
Okay.
Signage was a big deal. Everybody had to have a sign in front of their shop. Now, there are a lot of people that are inside of these suites.
Okay.
They don't have a sign.
Okay.
So the sign says salon. I don't want to put any particular businesses on blast, but they're promoting selling sweets.
Okay.
So you have to promote within that.
Okay.
So, which personally, I'm not a fan of the sweets.
Okay.
I think the sweets, especially on the barbershop side, are a detriment to the actual practice of the barbershop.
Why would you say that?
Because it's an isolation.
Okay.
You miss out. You miss out on the opportunity to make number one, make a friend.
Okay.
Maybe get informed. Critical thinking and conversations in public.
Okay.
Whether social skills, conflict of just critical thinking and conflict of things that go on in just daily life,
Okay.
Just an opportunity to learn, absorb something from another practitioner or another artist that is, at some point in time, it has to come to some tutelage.
Okay.
Even the term master barber or master stylist is something that I don't like, because something that's always evolving can't be mastered.
Yeah, the business, the tools are changing.
Yeah, the tools are definitely changing. So personally, I'm not a fan of the suites, but if that's what works for you, that's what works for you. If you have some kind of privacy service that needs to, that requires some privacy, put your head back for me, that requires some privacy, I totally understand. But for the most part, the open concept is where I've always strived.
Okay. That makes sense. Just the ability to sit, watch, learn.
Yeah. I've worked with some of the greatest barbers and hairstylists in the industry, and I would not be where I am today or going where my trajectory if I did not work in those open concepts. So, but if it works for you, it works for you. Maybe I haven't evolved that or developed that concept of actually working in a suite. I could be the to get off my lawn guy, but I love the open concept.
Okay. Now, how do you feel about the I can't even say it's a new trend now, but people going on the internet, the client, the everyday person going on the internet, watching do-it-yourself videos and trying some of the different tips at home. How do you feel about that?
As far as trying tips at home, or
Yeah, the people actually looking at the videos. What's the difference between going to a professional stylist, getting advice from a professional stylist, and just going on YouTube and finding a random person?
personally, in my opinion, the trends are depreciating the industry also. You know, there are a lot of barbers and there are a lot of hairstylists that are trending with these gimmicks, and the client, the true client, will find out that your mimic is a gimmick.
Okay.
So if you're replicating something, you can replicate Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior all you want to, but the mimic becomes a gimmick.
Okay.
So the trends, I don't really follow the trends. I personally stick to the standard,
Okay.
the base of the traditional stylist. As far as people doing things at home for themselves, you can try it all you want to, but it doesn't, you're not gonna get the same result of service. You know, some people can do it. You know, it just depends on, you know, your hair acumen and the slightest things. No education is no future in this business.
Okay.
So you can go to YouTube University all you want to, but a lot of artists, a lot of people who are trending on social media and YouTube, they leave a lot of the key parts out to keep you locked in.
What are some of the key parts?
Rules.
Okay.
Like, some people don't know what a cuticle is. Some people don't know what a medulla is. Some people don't. There's just certain things, you know, they don't even understand hair shaft.
Okay.
So these are certain things that are simple pH balance.
Okay.
You know, they'll sell you something on TV to get you to purchase. They'll market something in particular on TV on pH balance, and no one really understands what pH balance is and what true pH balance is. Sit up for me. I'm almost done with you. I'll put you on the drive real quick.
He's the real deal. So he ain't gonna tell you what he really want to say, but I'm gonna say it.
Okay. Mr. Custom,
I've been around a lot of barbers, and he's like top 5, top 3. You know,
Okay.
I'm always in the barbershop. People that know me, you know,
Right.
I gotta get my hair fresh. So the proof is in the pudding.
So
You gotta put in the work.
What attracted you to the dish?
Well, I met him at another spot, and we just clicked, you know, because my thing is, if you know what you're doing and you experience with it, it don't take long. And people that's used to getting their hair cut and do it on the regular, like me, I spend a lot of time at the barbershop. Every Friday, that's how we was raised, getting our hair cut. So the professionalism of Drew, just a great brother. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. And he has a plethora of clients. As you can see, my man Dominique, he can fade him, got him right, and then he hit me over here with the all the way around even. But for me, I love the environment, and just supporting a black man doing something that you can tell that it started from the grassroots of how most of us started. Most people that started cutting was cutting in the garage.
Right.
You know that. So cut the homeboys, and you know, I'm just he's been a blessing. Every time I'm in Houston, this is where I go. Shout out to my other barber, out here in Houston as well. But this boy has been a blessing, man. Always on time, always on point. Well, he laughing over there. Some days he 20 minutes late, but that's only because he messing with his dog. But nah, I love him, man. He's a great brother, and y'all got to check it out, man.
So how important is your look to you? How important is your image to you? And
For me,
does
it's
it pay for you in your career?
For me, it's about making me feel good.
Okay.
You understand what This is how I was raised.
Okay.
Every Friday, my mom and dad had us in the barbershop, so it's a routine. It's about me, how I feel, and then the camaraderie of coming to the barbershop, meeting new cats, and I tell Drew all the time, barbers and hairstylists, those were our first therapists.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And we come in and we get a lot of shit off our chest, man. Stuff that a lot of people can't get off at home.
Absolutely.
So coming here, chopping it up, meeting brothers, it's a lot of business deals that go on in the barbershop. Y'all think it's, the golf course is great, but a lot of cats don't play golf.
Right.
But a lot of brothers come to the barbershop. So I've seen a lot of deals, and just a lot of healing has gone on, because they could be a brother in the chair just venting about life, and another brother waiting to come up, and the conversation starts. And lifelong relationships and bonds have been created at the barbershops.
Absolutely. How important is it? Because I know you said as far as just the healing, how important is it to have a barber that you can confide in and know that the conversations are left amongst y'all or amongst the barbershop?
Oh, yeah. Well, it goes from, it starts with you as the person. A lot of us pretty much have the gift of discernment, so you know what you're going to share and what you're not going to share. And it's just like in a relationship, you build that trust. Some cats just want to come in, get their hair cut and leave. Some want to experience, yeah, man, I just want to dump what I'm going through today, the grooming process. I do know, by me being around barbers and being in the industry and seeing people groomed in style, it does something to your spirit, man, to your self-esteem. When you go into the shop, you get cleaned up, you feel good about yourself.
Put some pep in your step.
Yeah, man. So you got the outfit on, and then you got a fresh cut, and it's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the combo.
Yeah.
That's the combo.
Conversation is nice, all of that, man. So it's a good thing, man.
But not tell me where I can find you, man. Who are you? You talking, bro?
Oh man, my name is Andre Petrie.
What you do, man?
From Beaumont, Texas. Singer, actor, director, producer. You can find me at Andre Petrie. That's Pitre 13 on IG. Andre Petrie 1 on YouTube. Got a lot of projects going. I was just telling Drew and Dominique about my Black Man show. It's a one-man show that, I can share with you guys. Y'all get the exclusive. We're about to turn it into a TV series. So I'm excited about that. It's dealing with mental health, but brothers get a chance to vent and say how they really feel. So I'm excited about that. I got an album coming out called Evolution, single called You that just dropped a few months ago. Is doing well. So I'm excited, man. God is good. God is good.
Now, what are some of the projects you work on?
Oh man, I work with Tyler Perry. I Don't Want to Do Wrong, Love in the Nick of Time with Dave Talbot. Man, Not Easily Broken, T.D. Jakes and Morris Chestnut, and what's my boy Kevin Hart. So, but I started my own production company out here in Houston. Been going for the last 24 years. My business partner played Kimberly Reese on A Different World. So shout out to them. They coming to a HBCU near you. They doing a huge black college tour. So excited about that. And also they just announced they're doing a Netflix has picked them up. They got a spinoff coming, so y'all look out for that on Netflix. More details coming. So just excited, man. Excited to be doing what I love to do. And happy for you too, Terry D. You know, we come from that golden triangle, man.
Appreciate
So
that,
keep
man.
doing your thing, man.
Appreciate that. Drew, I see you doing something, man.
Yeah, I am.
What was it you doing? What was it with your hand? What you have going over there?
Well, we just put Dominique under a hot towel, gave him a light beard wash, kind of freshen him up a little bit. And then come with a massager. You know, the district is a service-based, high-end service-based. I'm developing district to be a fashion-forward concept of high-end service. So to make sure that, just to piggyback on what Andre said, to where your makeup is your makeup.
Nice.
So if you look
Now,
good, you feel good.
What is this doing right now?
We're just promoting some circulation, getting some of the substance that cleanser that I put on his face, on his beard, freshen him up a little bit, and we're just going to continue to promote some circulation with this massage.
Nice. So when you're saying circulation, what is it doing? Are you stimulating hair growth? Are you opening pores?
Just blood flow.
Blood.
Yeah, we're stimulating some blood flow here. We're getting promoting his, and it's also relaxing also.
It looked like he's sleeping. You might need to
While I finish up his beard, this is my neighbor Taylor. Taylor is the development. He's been instrumental with the development of district here.
Oh man, it's such a pleasure to be next door to someone like Drew, such a businessman, and I moved in next door about 6 months, and I can say everyone that leaves Drew's chair comes out looking better than they did when they walked in. He's a master at his craft, and not only is he provide a great haircut and at a reasonable price, but he also, like he was just saying, makes people feel good about themselves. Comes in and provides a premium experience for people that are looking to go to have a barber that they can trust, have a barber that they can come to and not just get a haircut, but to have a better experience, something premium. And Drew's really done that. He's such an awesome guy, and he's good people, and a master at his craft. You know, he's been doing this for so long, and has such a great following, such a great community of supporters around him. So I remember the first day I met Drew is when you move places, you got to feel out your neighbors. And so when my business is next door to Andrew's, it was an instant, click. I was like, man, this guy is just like me in so many ways. We're so different, but so similar in our mindset. So what are you guys waiting for? Come down to District Barbershop, book an appointment now, and it's good for you. It's going to be. Try Drew out. It's a premium level service, guys. So come to District, get your hair cut, whatever you need, Drew will take care of you.
Appreciate
Yeah, of course, man.
Appreciate
Shout out,
that.
of course.
Terry,
All right.
I want you to get some of this footage of this haircut, especially on this side.
That's called history right there, man. So now y'all see him keeping Mr. Andre Peachy. A1. Compliments of Mr. Andrew Collins.
Yeah, so my focus is to provide a full service experience. So you just don't. I don't want my clients to be able to come into the space, come into district, and just be able to just come in here and get a haircut. This is a full service experience every time you come. Shampoo, hot towel, water. Something that's going to be stimulating. Conversations, great development, community development.
Got it right.
Yep. He think he can hoop too. I haven't seen his hoop game, so I'm gonna have to show him how we do it in the BMT, man. All I have is a jump shot now. I ain't got what I used to have since I ruptured my Achilles.
And he take cards too.
Take everything.
Take everything. Yes, sir. Look at them prices. That's what you when you want the good stuff.
Full service barbershop. Full service. I'm so thankful and appreciative of the elevation of when I was on a hiatus of the business and I watched it develop. When I watched it develop, you know, I came from an age of when we were cutting hair for $8, $10, $15, $25. But the times have changed now, and I evolved. I invested some time and some money into some classes, into conversation, into some classes and into some education, and probably some of the best money that I've ever spent. No education is no future. No education is no future. So you definitely have to invest in yourself.
So when you're saying invest in yourself, what type of investments when you're saying that, dude?
Knowledge is priceless, man. You can't. You gotta invest into some classes where it's going to be a virtual mentor or going to some hair shows or paying for a class. I know everybody's like, hey, look, I don't want to pay that much money. I came from an era to where, you know, there wasn't any barber classes. I didn't even think to even start teaching classes or teaching people how to cut hair, but everything evolved. And when the industry, I watched the industry evolve, and I just started diving in. And classes and education, the smallest thing can take your skill set to another level. The littlest thing. I tried several times on trying to mimic exactly what people were doing on social media.
Okay, how did that go for you?
And like I stated earlier, my mimic was a gimmick.
There we go.
And it wasn't until I decided to take that class, and I didn't even need the class, but there was one or two things that I learned in that class that put it all together for me.
Okay. So what was it that really helped you out?
It's just an accumulation and a compound of just different classes that I've taken. You know, I have so many mentors. Like I said, I've worked with some of the greatest, man. You know, first of all, my mom. I worked with Robert Young, Kenneth Scott, Ray Davis. I've worked with some of the greatest barbers and hairstylists that I could actually work with. And, you know, I went on tour for a little while, and I had to experience it. I had the luxury of youth to be able to, like, okay, I can afford to do that.
You about to go on tour again. We about to do it big, man. God bless you.
Hey, look. Andrew and Andre Petrie. So when you see his haircut,
yeah,
I did it.
All the videos that you've been seeing, from Careless Whispers to you, to I Need You, to The Black Man, to, man, everything that's getting ready to come up. If I'm in Houston, the district, Drew got me.
That's it.
Fucking beast, man. Love y'all, man.
Appreciate you, Gray. Thanks, man.
All right, me.
All right, bro.
I'll let me, man.
I sure
So the 30th. But
yeah, the 30th.
Get Drew my number. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to get your info.
Okay.
All right.
Congrats on that too, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man.
These are the little things that you don't get in a suite. When you, like, these two gentlemen didn't know each other from a can of paint. And here it is now that they're developing a relationship with each other via business or just camaraderie, you know, via sports. It doesn't matter. This is something that you don't really truly get. You don't get a chance to really meet another brick and mortar owner next door to your business. when you're in the community. You know, the barbershop is a staple. So developing and still developing district. District needs streets. District needs more buildings. District needs residents. District has a few residents now, but district is definitely developing.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, advice to those that's interested in getting into business. Those that you're talking to the 12, 13-year-old, you know, that has curling irons, that has clippers, and that's getting it, that wants to, you know, one day be Andrew.
Somebody wants to be an Andrew Collins. I've never heard anything like that before. So if you want to get into the business, again, I'm going to stress this. No education is absolutely no future. Take as many classes and invest into yourself as much as you can. Work with the best people that you can work with that's available to you. Work with the best people that you're able to work with, and take notes. You can do anything in this business. You know, Paul Mitchell went door to door selling shampoo. Never was a hairstylist himself. Went door to door selling shampoo. The Honorable Joe Dudley always talks about mentorship. You have to work around and be around in the environments of people that you want to replicate yourself to be like.
It's important.
Very, very important that you are always around. Who you are when you start out young is who you're going to be like. We all have superheroes in life. We all have people that we want to identify ourselves to be like. You gotta find you some superheroes.
That's real. That's real. What's up, Hollis? How you been, man? Thank you for tuning in. Hollis got some good content we're putting on board. We're here with Mr. Andrew Collins at the District Barbershop, right here off of West Hammer. So, right outside of the Beltway, you guys, when y'all need to get freshened up, Mr. Collins is the man. What up, Hollis? Mr. Collins is the man that you come see if you're here on the southwest side. Who's some of the people you work with? Who's some of the entertainers you work with, Drew?
The entertainers?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, I feel like that everybody that sits in my chair is a celebrity.
There we go.
I treat everyone with the same business practice and the same standard that I'm able to give for that service that day. So, you know, if I would like to name drop, but it, you know, this gentleman right here that I have in my chair right now, Dominique, you know, serial entrepreneur.
A serial entrepreneur.
Serial entrepreneur.
Get that paper.
You know,
That's
like,
the money man right there.
I remember when he had bunny ears in his pockets.
There we go.
When I met him, he came a long way. You
That's
know,
right.
from nothing to something. You know, this is what district is all about. This is what district, because it's a community. And this gentleman right here, tell your story, brother. Or just share a little bit of the story. So just where you are, where you were,
to
where you are, and where you're going.
Okay. My name is Dominique. I'm from Port Arthur, Texas.
It's a long drive to come to district.
Yeah.
It's a reason why he drives to this community here.
Yeah. 2021, I came from paying some debt to society. and for some mistakes I made. And fast forward, since January 2021, I came home, family man. I have, 3 kids, fiance, soon to be married. Turned my life completely around, and been on the grind since then. And just 2 weeks ago, I bought a 34-unit apartment complex.
Whoa! A what?
I bought a 34-unit apartment complex worth about $4 million. Wow. And right on 610 in Main, prime real estate.
Now, I personally know people that own property, but this is the first gentleman that I've ever met that actually owns an apartment complex.
Yeah.
He has a district within itself.
Wow. Yeah. And it's a hell of a accomplishment for me and my family. And I'm just getting started. I got a bunch of stuff in the works. But yeah, man, just dedication, locked in, trying to change the narrative. And 3 years, 7 figures.
So you gotta get this stuff.
It's a different type of story here. Like, this is a whole nother. But this is one of the avenues, cul-de-sacs, boulevards that you just can't get in a suite. You cannot get that. You have to. This is a part of district. This is an avenue of district. He holds real estate here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So as he shares his story, as he comes in and, and somebody will see him or recognize him, hey man, how's it going? And he'll share his perils of his highs, his lows, and things that are going. And you can be a Andrew Collins or you can be a Dominique, but you can't meet him in a box.
You can't meet them in a box.
You can't meet him in a box.
That's right.
Absolutely. So, what was the process? How much did it take for you to, after you paid your debt to society, how much dedication, how many hours to get to the point that you just bought a $4 million process?
How many hours? It ain't enough hours in the day.
Okay. Okay.
I believed in myself. I've never worked for nobody.
Okay.
And it's been to my detriment. But I flipped it into the glass being half full. And I said, well, if I don't want to work for nobody, okay, cool. But there's no such thing as a shortcut. And not working for nobody, people think it's a shortcut to getting to where you're trying to go. But you actually, not working for nobody, you got to work 3 times as much.
Okay.
That's the huge fallacy and misconception of being an entrepreneur. You think it's going to just blow up out overnight, but you actually got to put in probably 5 times more hours than the regular, the man that's clocking in or the man that, choosing not to go that path. But it took a lot of time, a lot of tears, a lot of sweat, a lot of no's. That I'm just sharing the win, but in 3 years, this is actually probably 15 years in the making.
Okay.
It's about 15 years in the making. All no's.
Okay.
I just got 1 yes.
Okay.
A month ago.
Okay.
This was 15 years of letdowns, not quite being there, credit not quite being right, or this deal fell through because this reason, and just being relentless and never stopping.
How important is it to stick in it when it hurt? Because you said you got a whole lot more no's than.
Yeah, I got all no's, 1 yes, literally.
What is that guy's name? We just had a guy that was in the Olympics, right? The guy that ran, was it the 400 or 200? The gentleman from Kansas with the gold teeth. And
Oh
then-
yeah.
Okay.
He came. Sometimes you only get one opportunity, and you're not gonna make every single opportunity. But you gotta put in everything. Dominique said you gotta work 10 times as hard as somebody that's getting up and going to work.
Yes, too.
Absolutely.
Now, getting up and going to work is a hard deal. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody really wants to go to work. But working for yourself as an entrepreneur is, you can't wear it like a t-shirt.
Okay.
It gotta be in you.
Okay.
Not on you.
Okay.
100%.
It gotta be in you, not on you.
Yeah, it got to be in you. I mean, it literally, man, it's a lifestyle. It's not something that you do, it's who you are. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, my lady get on me every day, cause when I come home, it still don't stop. You know,
No sleep.
It don't stop. It don't never stop. I'm up at 5 a.m.
What's your biggest motivation that make you get up at 5 in the morning like that?
My biggest motivation is my kids.
Okay.
Giving them something that I never had.
They say black men don't take care of their kids, man. What you talking about? How you getting $4 million property and say black men don't take care of their kids?
Hey man,
Jeez.
it's coming. You know, they say when you pressure, when you put pressure on something, it'll bust a pipe or it'll make a diamond. And you put a black man in a situation. You put his back against the wall. He got two things to do. He's either gonna fold or he's gonna come out of there stronger than would put him there. So you know, man, we just getting started. We just getting started.
Nah, I have you got people moving your property there?
Yeah, it's actually 34 units.
Okay.
28 of them are rented out right now. We're in the process of doing some renovations to the property. 6 of them are completely vacant that need a full rehab. And after the renovation is complete, the property will be worth about 7.5.
Wow.
So that's that it's a goal at the end of this rainbow. You know, we got to put some work in though. It need a facelift. It need a bunch of stuff done to the property. So that's what we're doing right now. We're doing the renovation.
Is this one of your last? Is this your final step, or like where are you going forward? Like, are there more properties, or do you have more projects that you are, you know, what are your aspirations?
So right now, I actually have another deal that's in the works right now. It's a 34,000 square foot warehouse in San Antonio that I'm in the middle of buying right now.
Wow.
And I'm going to turn it into co-warehousing space. It's like a real popular thing right now. We convert the warehouse into small little office units for, small businesses that need an address, or it's kind of like virtual office space. And where I'm going, where I'm headed is right now in my business plan, in my model, where I'm at is we're accumulating assets right now.
There you go.
I'm in asset accumulation mode.
Okay.
And that's gonna serve as a purpose later on, because I'll be probably the first black-owned private equity firm from where I come from.
Wow.
That's where I'm headed.
Wow.
But that's years down the line. But right now, we getting some collateral,
Wow.
Assets.
some assets. It's wealth accumulation right
There you
now.
go.
That's what we doing
There you
right now.
go.
That's what's going on right now.
That's a blessing, man. Wish you well with your new business adventure, man.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Drew putting them in.
I love you like that, man. Appreciate it, man.
Ooh, you got me right way.
Yeah. Hey, we running them in. They clocking in and clocking out at district, you know?
That's what I do. Drew, tell me where they can find you at, man.
Hey, man. Hey, you can find me at 2535 Blue Willow, Houston, Texas, 77042. District Barbershop HTX on IG or the THE_ANDRU Collins. That's the Andrew Collins at Blue Willow District.
There we go. Social media. How they can find you on social media, Drew?
My social media is District Barbershop HTX or the Andrew Collins on IG.
That's it.
THE. I got a couple more people coming in, man. Like, you might want to hang out for a couple more blocks. Give me another hour. Like, I have an eclectic, I take pride on having an eclectic clientele. Like, a lot of diversity of people and the residents that here at District that help develop brick by brick, tile by tile, stroke by stroke, paint by paint. Like, this place is something different other than the... Yeah, District is a different type of place to where, you know, it's developing. You know, we're not building anything here. We're consistently developing.
Okay.
You know, businesses always need something. It's always something to do. So, but building takes a lot of work.
Right.
So we're going to develop this space and grow this space. Prayer Jabez got me a long way in here.
Okay.
The Prayer Jabez, one of the most influential books that I've ever read.
The Prayer of Jabez.
Yep.
Explain that.
The Prayer Jabez is a book that I read that I read this. It's so powerful that I had to stop reading. It's, oh, bless me indeed, Lord, and increase my territory.
Okay.
So when I've prayed this prayer several times before, but I never prayed for maintenance or being able to manage my territory.
Okay. That's the difference.
I'm ready for it.
You can want it, but can you keep it?
Yes. Can you manage it? Can you maintain your territory? Can you protect yourself from evil and evildoers? Don't worry about it.
He got little man out there running.
Don't worry about it. Come on. Yeah, come on. So, you know, reading is definitely fundamental. You know, it's these are some of the books that I'm actually reading right now. This book here is called Becoming Supernatural.
Okay.
Making yourself big, becoming superhuman, becoming supernatural. And then I'm also reading the condensed version, the 50 cents version of 48 Laws of Power, the 50 of Power. Yeah, this is something that I read one chapter every day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
one chapter every day. It's a lot to absorb, but
So do you think it's helping you as far as business-wise?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, just the actual position is everything.
Okay. What do you mean position? What do you mean by position?
You can have all the money in the world, but sometimes position has more leverage than money.
Okay.
For example, you got somebody like Bill Gates, right? Bill Gates, name another billionaire. What's the guy's name from Amazon? You know, you have all these billionaires, but when you look at it, the politicians really don't make that much money, but they have to go through the politicians to get things done.
Okay.
So position also has a lot of leverage. So just because when you come into the business or you go into any business or endeavor, it doesn't mean that you have to make the most money.
Okay.
At your job where you're working at right now, you make more money than your manager.
Okay.
You make more money than your supervisor because you're on an hourly pay. But because they have position, they have leverage on decision making.
Mm-hmm.
Position is everything.
Mm-hmm.
You might have the credit, but you don't have the cash.
Okay.
This position means a lot more.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on, buddy. Let's go. Let's do it, buddy. Come on, man. Hey, go to bed. Go to bed now. Go to bed. Like those. What's up, man? What's going on, buddy? How are you? All right, this is our youngest resident here at District. Yeah. Here we go. We're about to get it in today.
Here we go. It's going down.
He gonna sit in your lap? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna do it.
That boy look just like you too. You marked him.
That's my boy.
Yeah, that's the twin there, man. You marked him. So, kids' haircut. When's the kids start getting their haircut?
Well, hair is for protection and hair is for protection and adornment.
Okay.
So I don't really like to cut kids when they're too young, or it just depends on how much kids like to get bumped. They fall. They bump their heads. They scratch their heads. This is a protection for the central nervous system of their brain, scalp, spine. So it depends on what texture of hair that I personally like to prefer to cut children.
Okay. Okay.
So it just depends, you know, it's all about consultation, you know. At the point that I am in my career now, I'm servicing my clients who have children.
Okay.
So I know a lot of barbers don't like to cut kids, but if my client has a son or daughter,
You're
or
gonna provide the service.
I would definitely provide the service just to keep it traditional. A lot of people, you know, kids grow up and they always come back. Salmon always swim back upstream. So you'll always have a client or clientele when, I used to go to this barbershop here.
They're gonna come back and check on you.
They're gonna come back and check on you.
That's tight. That's tight. That's tight.
Okay, we'll put trash truck on. So we're gonna take a hiatus from District right now,
Okay.
because I'm about to go into the WWE with him.
It's about to go down.
Yeah, it's about to go down, so we're gonna take a time out. We'll
All
be
right.
back shortly.
For sure. It's funny. Thank you guys. It's your boy T. We're here at the District. Mr. Andrew Collins. Y'all come see us, man. We're right over here off of West Town. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate the love. Definitely, y'all come support some of these black businesses. I'm gonna be going online more often here in Houston, just as well across America. We're gonna go and try to see who's out there, the best of the best, so you guys can get some insight on who's doing what in your neighborhood. Thank you for locking in. It's your boy T. I'm out, man.